And what does he do?
I deal with politics.
I know I take more than usual.
Would you like to share your earnings? I know they are variable, but if you had to make an average. How much do Italians earn in 2024? For today's episode, we came to Rome, the eternal city. But guys, stop everything, because for this episode, I want to do something more. In fact, I will not only ask the Romans how much they earn, but we will also ask them questions to compare the cost of living.
And what are the prices of houses here in Rome?
Very high. I'm going to the suburbs for now.
So in this video, we will evaluate salaries. We are making a video to understand the salary situation in Italy. Yes! The cost of a breakfast?
So breakfast with our 2 coffees, the cost of lunch for 2 people.
We found 2 pizzeria restaurants where the margarita costs 10 euros and the cost of houses and rent. Expensive. How much do you pay?
Quite a bit. 1,500 a month.
And at the end of the video, you can give your opinion in the comments to evaluate the relationship between salaries and the cost of living. But before we start, here are 2 facts about the city. Rome, according to 2023 data, has a population of about 2.8 million inhabitants and extends over an area of 1,285 square kilometers, with a population density of about 2,200 inhabitants per square kilometer. But now enough talk, and let's start with the video. So let's go find a little bar to have breakfast so we can make our first comparison. Coffee and croissant. So breakfast with our 2 coffees and 2 croissants. So breakfast done, only that the price is a bit skewed because we sat at the table and they increased the price for this. Anyway, a coffee 3 euros. At the counter it would have been €1.20. The croissants, 2 croissants, 3 euros. So €1.50 each. And the water, €1.50. And after finishing breakfast, we set off to ask the Romans how much they earn. Isn't that a nice question? What do you do for a living?
Yes. No, I'm a dental hygienist, so I have a value-added tax number. So my salary is quite variable.
Okay, and how long have you been doing it?
2 years.
Would you like to share your earnings? I know they are variable, but if you had to make an average?
Well, let's say that speaking like this, I believe that I can reach at least 2,000 a month, considering that I have been working for a very short time. That's it. Then a value-added tax number compared to a normal salary. Maybe it's always different and varies from month to month in reality. So at the moment, it's very variable.
Okay, are you still happy, satisfied?
Absolutely. Yes.
Great.
The salaries are very low, even in the public sector.
What do you do? What do you do for a living?
Public employment.
Okay, for how long?
For many years.
Forever, shall we say?
Yes, but the salaries compared to the European average are very low, really.
Of course. So you're not satisfied with your salary? Not at all, not at all.
Not at all, not at all.
But would you like to share roughly how much you earn, just to get an idea?
We're around 1,400, give or take.
Okay.
But compared to public employees, on average, we have the lowest spending in all of Europe.
40 hours a week, right?
No, I do 36.
And what do you do?
I deal with politics.
Politics. Okay, what do you do specifically?
I work in Parliament.
Okay, for how long?
33 years.
Wow. So really an entire career. And are you satisfied with the job, the pay?
Well, I think so.
Yes? Would you mind sharing roughly what your salary is?
I can't tell you that.
You can't tell me. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. I tried. What do you do?
I'm a doctor, cardiologist.
Okay, do you work in a hospital?
Yes.
I see. How long have you been doing it?
I've been working at the hospital for 7 years.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Are you satisfied with your job, with the pay?
Yes, I like it a lot. Well, the pay is not even comparable to the pay for the same job throughout the rest of Europe and the world. However, I am still happy with the work I do. Yes, but clearly we are not aligned with Europe and the rest of the world. Absolutely, we are really far behind.
And would you like to share more or less, even just to get an idea, your salary instead? How much do you manage to get? From 1,000 to 1,500, from 1,500 to 2,000?
No, it's a little bit more. I've already had a career jump with 5 years of seniority, but anyway,
Okay, so the salary is a little over 2,000, right?
Yes.
I see. Well, perfect. Out of curiosity, I wanted to do a search to actually see what the average salary was in Europe. United Kingdom, net annual salary from 48,000 to 120,000 euros. Germany from 44,000 to 97,000 euros. France from 45,500 to 97,000 euros per year. Italy from 33,000 to 78,000. Spain from 30,000 to 70,000. Netherlands from 44,000 to 91,000 net euros per year. So data in hand, Italy ranks at the bottom of the list with Spain. By the way, guys, if you want me to make videos like these also in Europe to compare other countries with Italy, let me know in the comments. What do you do for a living?
I work as a makeup artist at Sephora.
Ah, wow, nice. How long have you been doing that?
Since 2019, 5 years. Quite a while.
So you're happy with it? You're satisfied?
Yes.
40 hours a week?
Well, I started with 40 and now it's 32.
Okay, you've decreased.
Yes, but I know I take more than usual.
Well, that was exactly the next question. If you feel like sharing your salary, more or less, even a range to get an idea.
From 1,400 to 1,600.
Okay, I understand. And you live here in Rome?
Yes.
How do you live in Rome with this salary?
I just moved back in with my mother. I used to live alone. It's a bit hard on your own. It's easier with mom, understandably.
What do you do for a living?
I work as a hotel receptionist.
Ah, okay. For how long?
For 18 years now.
So forever? Okay, and are you satisfied with your job?
Yes.
Yes, if you don't mind sharing roughly how much do you make from your job?
Around 1,500.
1,500, 40 hours a week? Okay, and can you live well in Rome with a salary like that?
Yes. In the end, you live.
What do you do for a living?
I'm in the kitchen.
In the kitchen? Cook. How long have you been doing it?
I finished school this year. However, I also worked during the year.
Did you do anything? Now season? Are you working at a restaurant?
Yes.
Okay, and how many hours do you work per day or week?
40 hours a week.
40 hours, okay. Would you like to share the salary you are currently receiving? Just to get an idea.
Around 1,400, 1,500.
I see. Are you currently a sous chef?
Yes.
I see. Are you satisfied with your salary?
Yes, we don't complain.
Second comparison, lunch for two. So, we're looking for a restaurant that's not too touristy, so without inflated prices. We found two pizzerias where the margarita costs 10 euros, so in our opinion, a bit too much. Now we see here a tavern where instead the price is lower. Now let's see exactly how much a pizza costs rather than a first course in an average restaurant in Rome. So the bill has arrived. How much did we spend for a lunch for two? 32 euros. In my opinion, a very fair price, because anyway, we have €1.50 for the cover charge. It's fair. A plate of carbonara, 15 euros each. The still water, 3 euros, and coffee, 2 coffees, 4 euros. So in my opinion, it's fair. And after having lunch, we set off for another round of interviews to ask the Romans how much they paid in rent or how much they paid for their houses in Rome. Because from past videos, I realized that just asking people about their salary did not give us a complete view.
Do you live here?
Yes, I'm renting.
You're renting, okay. What kind of apartment do you have?
An apartment that I share with a girl.
Okay, so a shared 2-room apartment.
Yes.
Here in Rome, which area?
Furio Camilo.
I see. Roughly how much do you pay for rent?
500 a month?
How is life here in Rome?
Not very well.
Is it tough economically? Yes.
It's tough.
What do you do? What's your job?
In investments.
Oh, wow, good. My channel talks about personal finance. What? At this point in the video, you haven't subscribed to the channel yet? Do it right away, because at 50,000 subscribers, I will do a tour in southern Italy. Well, but we are students, yes. You are students, but you are not Italian.
No, we are Spanish.
But are you here in Rome? Do you live here in Rome? Okay. Are you renting?
Yes.
I see. What type of house do you live in?
An apartment.
1-room apartment, 2-room, 6-room. 6 rooms that you share, so 6 people, I understand. How much do you pay for rent?
I pay $475 without electricity, condo fees.
Okay, condo fees and bills are all separate. Now I'm gonna ask the Italians how much they earn. Everything nice and wet. Guys, it's insanely hot, so please leave a like on this video. I recommend. Where do you live? Flaminio, so right in this area, super central, right? North Rome. And you're renting? Expensive? Yes, right. How much do you pay?
1,500 a month,
1,500 a month?
excluding bills and the rest.
What size apartment is it? A 2-bedroom?
2-room.
2-room? Are you alone? All you hosts, how do you do it? Do you study here?
I currently work in social media marketing and accounting at an electronics company.
But what does someone from another city think of Rome? Do you live here?
Yes, for 2 years.
For 2 years? Where are you from?
I am from Veneto, province of Venice, Portogruaro.
Okay, and you came to live here in Rome?
Yes, in Trastevere, the most expensive area there is.
Really? And did you buy or are you renting?
I'm renting.
Renting.
Yes, because it's beautiful and one should buy it.
Would you like to share how much you pay in rent for your apartment?
Yes, let's say around 1,200, just for rent, yes.
Just for rent, excluding condominium fees, utilities, and other expenses.
Yes, so the total is around 1,800.
What type of apartment is it? 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms?
It's a 1-bedroom and it's a loft. Yes, a renovated loft behind the Ministry of Education, so right in the center of Piazza San Cosimate.
Okay, I understand. So for you who comes from outside, what is the cost of living in Rome? A general opinion.
Well, in my opinion, the general view is that it's high for what it offers because the city is a bit old, let's call it that. It's hard to find places like I found, a bit more modernized, and so you have to find a good solution. I live alone, I have no one to help me, and you have to bust your butt, let's say.
I wanted to say it myself, but he read my mind, as I imagine it's not easy.
Not at all. Not at all. Let's say that price quality, only if you are in the center is worth it. So I don't have a car, and that's why I can afford it. But living without a car is difficult, but traffic in Rome is even more difficult. So I don't know what's better. Maybe living in a central place where there is no crime. Because whether you like it or not, the city is dangerous. Trastevere, no. From my point of view, I have been living right in the center for 2 years. You pay for everything. You pay for the lifestyle.
So I am a room, and before COVID I was paying 450 for the room, and after COVID I ended up paying 500, even 550, but also 600.
Always in the same apartment where you were, right?
Yes.
I see. What area are you in, more or less? Okay, so for those who don't know Rome, is it central?
Let's say it's the university area, so right near the university city.
I see. I made a quick comparison, and I feel like saying that the price of rooms in Rome is slightly lower than that of Milan.
In fact, we have seen that on average, the price for a room ranges from 450 to 500 euros per month, compared to the 700 to 800 euros per month in Milan.
Do you live here in Rome? Do you own a house or are you renting?
I own a house.
And what are the house prices like here in Rome?
They're very high, although I live on the outskirts.
On the outskirts? More or less. Would you mind sharing roughly how much you paid for your house to give us an idea?
It's 65 square meters in actual size, and we're looking at around 180,000 euros.
Okay, on the outskirts. Roughly how far from Rome in terms of distance?
15 kilometers.
Do you live here in Rome? In which area?
Old Tower, Monte Mario.
Okay, that's a bit out of the way. I don't know Rome.
No, actually, no, it's not out of the way. It's quite central as an area. It's above the Olympic Stadium.
Ah, okay. Are you renting or is it yours?
No, I'm living with my family.
With your family, I see. Do you happen to know how much the house costs? And what type of house it is, if you can tell me?
The house, from what I know, costs around 400,000 euros. I don't know the exact square meters.
Okay.
We are around 100 square meters.
Okay, a classic three-room apartment. Okay, 400,000 euros.
According to the data from 2024, the prices of houses in Rome vary a lot. But if we want to make an average price for residential areas, it is about 3,357 euros per square meter.
In the historic center where prices are higher, the price per square meter reaches 7,931 euros. Other expensive areas such as San Saba or L'Aventino register prices per square meter of 6,669 euros, compared to the prices of Parioli and Flaminio that reach 5,941 euros per square meter. On the contrary, the peripheral areas have lower prices, with a price per square meter of 1,815 euros. But even areas like Trigoria or Castel Romano reach 2,777 euros per square meter. So we have finished the interviews. Now we are going to find Karim Medri to have a drink and ask him a couple of questions about the cost of living in Rome. So guys, to conclude this video, I am here with Karim Medri, born and raised in Rome, right? You had just a small stint abroad, but originally from Rome, even though the name might suggest otherwise, but born and raised in Rome. So I wanted from you an idea, a general view, a bit of what you have seen in this city about the relationship between salaries and the cost of living.
Well, it certainly depends on many factors, as I think in every city generally. If you work in the information technology or computer sectors, it's more likely that you might have a decently paid job, at least, and you can support expenses in a normal way. If you work in other sectors, it's more complicated, all things considered, it's feasible. Otherwise, we could say that there wouldn't be all these people, but it's certainly not very easy for many people. I realize that salaries in Rome are not very high and rents are quite high if one wants to live in fairly central areas, so the cost is perhaps a bit high. Not as high as Milan or northern Italy, but still quite high. But in general, I would tell you it's feasible, yes.
Okay, in your opinion, how much does a family of four spend to live in Rome in total? I mean, I know that maybe...
I know some, so I have some numbers, good or bad, yet they don't share the details with me that frequently. But I believe that at least 2,500 to 3,000 you spend at the base. If you also include the mortgage, maybe other little things, at least 2,500, 3,000 you spend. I don't realize if it's a lot or if it's very little.
No, in my opinion, it's more or less aligned with what you pay in my area.
Okay, yes, then it always depends on the life you want to lead.
Let's say a normal situation, so to speak, with a mortgage between 500, 600, 700 euros, 2 children expenses and so on.
At least, yes, 2,000, in my opinion, is a bit of a starting point. Maybe you can make it with 1,500, but you're quite tight if it's a family of 4 people. Even then, if they are small, feasible, maybe bigger, but at least 3,000 euros are needed to live here, maybe.
Yes, okay, all right. Thank you so much, Karim. Guys, please go and watch the interview we did together because it's really interesting. A very humble guy, very capable, who brought out some nuggets that are worth going to see.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Guys, that's all from Rome. Please, guys, give me feedback on the evolution of this format, how much Italians earn. This video required a particular effort of time, money, commitment, everything. So I really hope you liked it. Obviously, let me know in the comments, possibly, in which other cities I should go, and follow me on Instagram, because there I tell you the next cities where I will go to shoot these videos. And if you want, we can meet to chat, or why not? You could also participate in one of my videos. Having said that, leave a like and we, as usual, will see you around.